never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Today's video is not going to be real long, but I took yesterday off just because I was feeling old and fat and sassy and lazy, and I knew that all you dedicated YouTube fans didn't want me taking the whole weekend off, so I figured I would do one today. But I want to know, are you watching the NCAA March Madness tournament? And if you are you enjoying it? How much has surprised you so far? If you filled out a bracket, has it been destroyed? Because from my understanding, pretty much everybody's bracket was toast on Thursday. I know there are a lot of people that really like the March Madness tournament from start to finish, and I do get that. I understand that. But at the same time, I like it more starting next weekend when we get down to the Sweet 16. Not that the first round is bad, because it's not. It's good to see it go from 64 teams down to 32 and 32 teams down to 16. And it's good seeing the upsets like Purdue getting beat, Virginia getting beat, Kansas getting beat, Duke getting beat. Those kinds of things are fun to see, but at the same time, there are a lot of games in the first couple of rounds that are decided by 35 points. So even though you do have some of the upsets, you also have some games that are over with by halftime. So that's why I like it better starting next weekend, because when it gets down to the Sweet 16, just about every single game is going to be down to the nitty-gritty, down to the wire, down to the last 5 minutes. And those games are a lot better than seeing a team win 85-47. Nobody wants to see that. So while the upsets are good, the games that aren't upsets are blowouts. But as I mentioned, Purdue going down is funny because there are still so many people that fill out a bracket every year, and they always pick Purdue to go to the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight, and I don't understand it. I even made a comment here earlier this year during the basketball season on the channel about Purdue being the best team in the country, but it was the regular season. It didn't matter because Purdue could kick butt in the regular season. But for whatever reason, come tournament time, they are absolutely dreadful. And this is the third straight year that Purdue has gone down in the opening weekend to a team seeded 13th or worse. And I guarantee you, next basketball season, if Purdue is any good, come tournament time, everybody's going to fill their bracket out and pick Purdue going down to the Elite Eight or Sweet 16. And I don't know why. Until they show me they can beat somebody, I'm not picking Purdue to do anything, but I can't figure out why Matt Painter, their coach, is not under any kind of pressure. Because typically at most programs, if your coach doesn't win when it matters, after a while they run him off. And before Matt Painter, Purdue had a Gene Keady, and they were just as good when Gene Keady was there. But at least Gene Keady could get them down to the Final Four, Elite Eight, Sweet 16, and then get beat. Matt Painter can't get past the opening weekend, but all their fans seem like they're okay with it. Same way with Virginia. Yeah, they won the national championship a couple of years back. But if you look at Tony Bennett's resume, outside of the year they won the national championship, they are awful in the tournament. I mean, absolutely awful. And it's funny how there's so many programs out there that even when their coach wins, and wins a lot, and wins the big games, most of the fans still want him gone. But then you have programs like Purdue and Virginia that kick butt in the regular season when it doesn't matter. But when it comes down to when it matters, they collapse. But their fans seem like they're okay with it. And now that Duke got beat, I don't care who wins it. I don't have a dog in the fight, obviously, since Clemson didn't make it and never does. So I just watch it as an outsider. But I absolutely despise Duke. But they lost yesterday to Tennessee. So now that they're out, I don't really care who wins it. Now, I would like to see somebody like Fairleigh Dickinson or Florida Atlantic or San Diego State get up there and win it all because it would shock the world. But I still think that Houston is the best team out there. A lot of people are now down on them because they've lost 2 key players due to injuries. But I still think they're the best team in the country. But I also think that Texas is playing really good when it matters. But after the games later on today, we'll be down to the Sweet 16. So any thoughts on who you think will win it all? Please feel free to let me know. Most of the teams left now have either never won a national championship or they've won one, but it's been a really long time. So this year, it's going to be different because we're either going to crown a first ever champion or somebody that's winning one for the first time in a long time. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since the 2004 inception, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. Visit at hfotusa.org. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I've offered my elderly neighbor $20 to let me try out her stair lift. I think she's going to take me up on it. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.